Welcome to another bonus episode of Hockey Inside Out. Now, Martin St. Louis, he's going into his third season as head coach of the Montreal Canadiens. What are your expectations of him this year? We'll start with you, Andrew.
I think my biggest expectation for Marty St. Louis, this is probably going to be music to Rick's ears, is a bit more of a focus on defense. Rick mentioned earlier, recording the main show, you can't give up 300 plus goals a year. It just can't happen. And I think the biggest thing for Marty St. Louis teams is if you're going to play this loosey-goose defensive system, which is a little bit tough to watch sometimes, you better start scoring a lot of goals. They don't seem to have the offensive depth to score a ton of goals. So I don't want to see, a full-on trap team, but they need to tighten things up a little bit and have a little more understanding of roles in the defensive zone and quick exit strategies, things that are consistent over time, less 2-minute stretches where they get stuck in their own zone and everybody's just dog tired. It seems to happen a lot to this team, so I want to see a little bit of an improvement on that side of the puck.
Right?
Sorry, go ahead.
Stu, whoever.
Well, one of the reasons they can't score goals is the power play is dreadful, and it was dreadful in the preseason again. So Marty St. Louis needs to fix the power play, and if he can't do it, there's no salary cap on coaches. They need to bring in somebody who can fix it. And one guy who comes to mind is Guy Carbonneau, one of Rick's buddies, who is, I'm sure, very happy with his job at RDS and playing golf about 7 days a week. He's a heck of a golfer. But the 2 seasons that Guy Carbonneau was head coach for the full season of the Montreal Canadiens, 2006-07 and 07-08, the Canadiens had the number 1 power play in the NHL. So Guy Carbonneau was one of the best penalty killers ever. He probably understands a bit about how the power play works also. I think they have to fix the power play. And Alex Burrows has had all these opportunities. It's still dreadful. If the season starts and the power play still struggles, Marty St. Louis has to fix the power play. He has to find somebody who can fix it.
Yeah, I think Marty is quite aware that he's obviously struggling in those areas. 29th in the league goals against, 4th worst penalty kill, 4th worst power play. Those type of statistics don't lie. They coincide with any team that has any success at the NHL level. They have to be better. Is there a quick fix? Working in that department, man, oh man, it leaves you scratching your head sometimes because you can kind of give a little bit of a blueprint what you'd like to see happening, but the guys have to execute it, and it's not happening. For whatever reason, they're not getting it, and they're not getting the results, and they're going to lose a lot of games if they don't improve in that area. And I also strongly believe that watching early on the defense, again, a little bit partial, but they have to realize that I want to contribute offensively, but sometimes I have to hold back and realize that there's somebody that's very dangerous in the defensive zone that I have to take priority to versus jumping up in the play and trying to create something offensively. So there's that line between being fairly conservative on the defensive side, holding back and protecting the critical areas, scoring areas. And then they've got enough guys that are mobile that can get up the ice when the situation is right, and don't play a high-risk game. And don't ever trust a forward to play defense.
We've heard Marty St. Louis talk before about how he's kind of envious of the way Colorado plays, that like more positionless hockey, right? But the Canadiens don't have Cale Makar. You hope Lane Hudson can be something similar at some point, but at this stage right now, they don't have that. And they also have a relatively small group of forwards, right? There's some big guys, but there's not a lot of big guys. So I think that man-on-man style of defense in the defensive zone, where sometimes you have like Caden Gooley chasing his guy up to the point, and then Cole Caulfield has to come back to the net front. I don't know if we want Cole Caulfield defending the net front. Like, I'm just saying, I don't think it works that way. So I think they have to change up a little bit of their strategy there. Maybe you can play positionless once you get out of your own zone, but in the defensive zone, leave the defense to the defenseman a little bit in front of the net there.
Well, it's also that fine line. They want to play an entertaining brand of hockey. Marty said we had spoken about that. And that's Canadiens fans are thankful for that, I'm sure, after years of watching dreadful defensive-based game. So that's good, but you got to play defense. As Rick said, if you give up that many goals, you're not going to win. So they need to find that line between playing an exciting brand of hockey, the open, freewheeling style that Marty wants, but they also got to play better on defense.
And just remember, never trust a forward, as Rick said.
Rick,
For more on
t-shirts. We should start selling t-shirts with Rick's face. Never trust a forward.
I tried to trust a forward once, and I ended up minus 45.
So there, play kids who want to go into the NHL one day, just listen to Rick. And for more on the Montreal Canadiens, check out Hockey Inside Out.